Welcome to the Walker Classic 2018. I promise I know what year it is. I don't. I'm Ben Hamer, and I'm here with Fergie Alvarez.
Hi there.
We are the replacement Back to Dials hosts for the day, since Asa and Adam weren't cool enough to be on stream today. So we are just waiting for round one to get set up here with our first players, Sam Shepic and Brack Lee. So I guess we'll take this moment to talk about some logistics. That's the wrong word. I'm tired. It's early. So first off, I want to thank Ken Cho over at the Etsy shop District Foundry for giving some prizes we'll use for giveaways later. Some awesome 3D printed accessories. We've got some turret arc indicators for giveaways later on. We'll get into that probably sometime in the next round or so. So you can head over to his shop, District Foundry on Etsy, and use our promo code for 15% off. I don't know what that promo code is. It was on the screen. I apologize. Walker 2018. Use that promo code at District Foundry for 15% off. Anyway, I'm going to stop doing all the talking. Fergie, hi. How you doing?
I'm pretty sure it's not 50% off, Ben.
15, that's what I said.
Okay. Just clarifying
right?
there.
That's what I said. I promise.
Just in case somebody missed that. It was 15% off. But no, Ben, take it away. You know me. I'm the shy one here.
Fair enough. So, take a minute to thank John Conley, since he's in the room, for setting all this up. If you want to come by and say anything, words of encouragement to our players for the day.
Hey, this went a little bit bigger than I thought it ever would have gone. So this is awesome. We've got 47 players, and we made $2,000 last night. I got 4 hours of sleep, and here we go. Thanks again to all the players.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
So I will go ahead and talk about last night's event, Mandalorian Mayhem, or X-Wing Calvin Ball, as I prefer to call it. We did raise $2,000 for the Children's Hospital through the Extra Life charity.
For the children.
Yeah, for the kids. Thank you to everybody who donated for that. That was really amazing, and the game was a blast for the 10 seconds I was involved. Until I immediately exploded. But yeah, that was really cool to see all that money come in, and most of it go to help. And thank you to, I'm sorry, Asa, could you repeat that name? Because Coach Krull over at OCX, thank you for the insane amount of donations. I don't know the exact number on that, but I was blown away.
Yeah, I think he was supporting, was it two or three ships?
2 or 3 ships, and that on top of all the family support that Tom Arnold received just helped him climb to victory for that. So pay to win X-Wing. So we'll go ahead and while we're watching our players get set up here, get their obstacles set up, we'll talk about the list a little bit. So on the left here, we got Sam Shepic, local from the Wizard's Chest, playing some Scum and Villainy with Palov Gadali with Engine Upgrade Moldy Crow title, a Jakku Gunrunner, Cloaking Device, and Afterburners, a one Binary Pirate, and Captain Nim with Ion Cannon Turret, Proton Bombs, Seismic Charges, Havoc title, Trajectory Simulator, and Genius. And Fergie, what's our other player over there?
On the other side over here, we have Brack Lee, who is flying Major Vermeil with Darth Vader. And then there's also Captain Jonas? It's Jonas, right? Yes. With Barrage Rockets, Hull Upgrade. Then it's Gideon Hask, which I have never seen. Okay, and time has just started. So let's see. So where would I leave off? Oh, Gideon Hask with Juke, and then we also have Pure Savak with Trick Shot and Shield Upgrade. And it looks like they are placing their ships now as we speak.
I'm really, this is actually a lot of ships and pilots that I haven't seen flown very often, especially Nim. in 2.0. I actually will take a moment to remember what exactly Gideon Hask does. I know he's part of the Inferno Squadron TIE Fighters, but I do not recall. Oh, hey, look at that. So, while you perform an attack against a damaged defender, roll 1 additional attack die. Okay, that's actually for 4 ships. I can see where that'll come in handy. Because you can push damage through the hull pretty quick there. Especially with the lack of shields on the tugboat. That'll melt pretty quick to that. Or maybe it won't, because it's a tugboat and they refuse to die.
They do refuse to die all the time, especially Adam's tugboats.
Adam's tugboats do more work than most other ships in his list. So we'll see if Sam is taken out of his playbook. I do like the cloaking device and the afterburners, so that it can just absolutely come out of nowhere with basically a 2 straight from cloaking, a 3 straight, which is the fastest maneuver on its dial, giving it the free boost from afterburners, and then tractor tugging somebody is... I've fallen victim to that more times than I care to admit. It's truly terrifying.
Haven't we all?
Apologize for that. Yeah, so it looks like we've got Sam setting up kind of in the center of the board over here on the top side. Setting up to run through these rocks, probably set up bombs in between to really ensure that Brack has to run through them. Fergie, what do you think the play is here for Brack to avoid these bombs?
Oh, geez. To avoid this, well, let's see. As an Imperial player myself, basically just don't run into them. You definitely don't want bombs hitting your Imperial ships.
Key strategy: don't run into bombs.
Don't run into bombs.
You heard it here first.
Exactly.
It's the new meta. But yeah, it looks like we're getting some dials set down. We got 72 minutes on the clock, setting into the first round here, so I'm going to move some stuff out of the way of our screen so I can see Brack's ships.
I was wondering where those were.
Yeah, they were behind
makes sense.
The surface. Now it makes sense. Sam isn't just flying against the asteroids themselves.
I was a little confused there for a second.
Be a much more interesting game, I think.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I thought maybe Brack, brought in that TIE fighter on the lower left corner.
Oh,
was just trying to fly solo today.
The rarely seen ultimate base-sized ships.
I think he's there for moral support now that I look at it.
I think it adds in, it has no evade dice due to size, but about 20 attack dice. It's a real killer TIE fighter. It'll be the new meta for sure. Alright, and we're moving into the first round here. First dial flipped over. Looks like a 3 hard from the Binary Pirate. So, looking to use it as a... I'm imagining a blocker coming in from the sides early on. Probably looking to get in the way of wherever that tugboat decides to put Brack's ships. Important note: all of Brack's ships can be tractored in one go from the tugboat's action. All the small base ships will get tractored from 1 tractor token, and if he manages to get that medium base Reaper into the bullseye arc, that'll apply 2 tractors in order to tractor that. So that's a big thing that Brack's gonna have to watch out for here. What do you think the strengths and weaknesses? Because I'm gonna make you talk. I'm not allowed to ramble.
Why? Rambling is your best key quality.
I know, but it quickly devolves into just nothing.
I mean, as far as strategy, I don't know. Basically, just fly good. And I apologize, everyone. I'm kind of sleepy this morning, but I'll wake up, a little later on.
Yeah, it's important to know the hotel did run out of coffee before the first round started.
It's true. So I'm a little lack of coffee right now. So I'm trying my best.
I promise this will not be like last year's lunch round where Asa and I just ceaselessly complained about how late our Jimmy John's order was. I will avoid that at all costs. But yeah, this event is a sold out event. which is amazing that this has grown to this size in only the second year. Really, it's awesome to see this many people out here.
Yeah, I guess Asa just let us know that we actually sold out of this event. So we have a lot of players here. How many players here, actually?
I believe John said 47.
Great.
It sounds like we did actually get a couple extras on the tail end here, so somewhere upwards of 47.
That's
I don't
incredible.
know how many extra that is, but...
You're very extra, Ben.
Why, thank you. I like to think so. Everyone in chat knows it. They all know how great I am. No one's talking. Yeah, so we see both sides kind of coming in slow here, waiting to see what their opponent is gonna do. Brack's gonna have to make some quick decisions in the early game as to what he's gonna, how he's gonna avoid Nim's bombs because of how fast the Reaper and the Striker come in with those adaptive aileron chassis abilities. It's going to be tough for him to slow roll and try to play reactionary. He's going to have to really be on the offensive here. So I'm curious to see where this goes into the next couple rounds. I'm taking bets now on when the first round of combat is going to be. So I will apologize in advance for not keeping close enough track of this. But in 2.0, for those of you who aren't aware yet, all turrets are now on mobile arcs the way the 1.0 Shadowcaster used to be. So it is hard to keep track of where some of those mobile arcs are pointed. Currently, we do have Nim's mobile arc pointed to the right edge of the board, as well as Palob's. And that is right from our perspective, not pilot right. That will be an important distinction. But yeah, so we'll try to keep close track of that, but it's a little tough with the size of some of these ships on their bases. Looks like we're already packing up into the next round here. No combat quite yet, but it looks like we'll be getting some for sure in the next round. I'm expecting probably a seismic charge from Nim in this next system phase. Try and catch as many of Brack's ships on one of those rocks as they can.
Ah, there we go.
I see a beautiful Back to Dial sticker, which I've been told means it's the planning phase. I mean, obviously, how could I have not known that? But more importantly, I think the spinning TIE fighter in between rounds is really our biggest transition indicator here.
Definitely knows how to steal the show.
Who brought that TIE fighter, by the way? That is... Brack brought that in. All right,
I believe that's Brack's, yeah. He is very creative with all the toys that he makes. Have you ever seen any of his Lego sets, like life-size Lego sets that he makes? They're incredible.
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Oh, they're
that sounds
really
amazing.
Great. Yeah.
Excuse me while I leave and go ask Brack about his Legos.
Yeah, he's quite the Lego man here.
I see some foiled Porg Crew Altards, the new OP card in the Walker Classic meta. I apologize, it's kind of hard to see those because they are foil. So on the camera, there's a bit of a glare, it's hard to see them, but we'll try to get a better view of those guys. Looks like we got it coming in. So these are, we had some of these last year for 1.0 as well, but they were not quite as beautifully foiled. Hopefully you got at least a glimpse of it there. But it's a little hard to see on camera, I acknowledge. I'm being told that Brack is internet famous. I had no idea. I don't know how I went this long without knowing.
Yeah, fun fact. He recently told me that he was actually invited to be part of a reality show, And
Really?
Yeah, and so he went into audition, and I think something must have happened. I don't know if Brack just flat out disagreed, or I'm not sure, but it didn't actually go through. But it was just interesting that he was actually invited to be part of a reality TV show.
That's actually really cool.
I
Kind of
know.
jealous. I've never done anything cool enough to be invited onto television.
Right?
God, I gotta get moving, man.
To be fair, both these pilots, they're pretty great guys here.
Oh yeah, and everyone here really.
Yeah, everyone
all-
here. Yeah, that's true.
But
Except Ben.
Hey now, I forgot what I was gonna
Ben's
say.
just okay.
I just exist. This just in, my mic is slowly descending into my lap. So I apologize for any noise that comes of me trying to keep that from happening.
Okay.
Looks like the planning phase has just ended, and we are in the system phase, which is the new phase in between planning and activation. Again, for those of you who haven't had a chance to get into 2.0 yet, Fergie. Waiting to see if that Nim throws out some bombs. I expect a seismic here, but we'll see. And it looks like he's decided Proton.
Look at Sam's hat, though. That is pretty great.
Yeah, this is the new Sam's Hat stream.
Oh,
With
apparently
background
Brack's hat
X-Wing.
is equally as great, though.
Yeah, someone tell Brack to lean into the camera so I can see his hat. I'm told we can just have a hat battle, really. I don't really need the X-Wing, honestly. I'm fine with it. I'm pretty sure I just heard from the room the phrase "Brack to dials," and
Oh, jeez.
yeah, I'm not okay with that. All right, looks like we got the tugboat moving in first. The slow little one bank, kind of biding its time to start throwing people into Nim's bombs, which is going to be all kinds of fun to watch. And a cloak from the tugboat, so it will be coming out of absolutely nowhere next round. I hope nobody can hear on the mics that lovely noise the air conditioning is making. Oh, I'm being told you can. I apologize. We got a 3 bank coming in from the binary pirate with a focus. Ooh, I like these big tokens. Someone get me some of those. Maybe I'll stop losing all my tokens. High Bridge Designs. That's who makes these. All right. I will be buying lots of them. Here we got the banked up focuses on the Moldy Crow. Paylob is an absolute terror once they get into a scrum, because pretty much no one's going to be taking green tokens on Brack's side, because they will fear getting them stolen. Here we got the 1 straight adaptive ailerons out of the Reaper into a maneuver. Who would have guessed it? Into a 3 bank. We're definitely seeing some combat this round. So, who do you think Brack is looking to take down first here, Fergie?
Well, definitely Nim, but I'm curious as to see if he'll actually go after the tugboat first.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of juicy targets on Sam's side. That tugboat can cause a lot of problems. So can Paylob, to be honest. He can basically take away a lot of your shot accuracy against other ships. But I suspect that the Nim will be the first target, since he sort of has the most toys to disrupt with. As for Sam's first targets, I definitely think he'll be going after the Reaper first, as that is probably the biggest amount of disruption on Brack's side between the 000 stressor calculates, the Darth Vader damage, the jam action. It can really cause a lot of... That hat is amazing.
Oh my god, there's the hat! That is incredible. Brack with his Mickey Mouse hat.
I forget what I was saying, but it's a Mickey Mouse Imperial Officer hat.
Oh my god.
That is fantastic. And I'm going to steal it and wear it on stream. Yeah, both hats are definitely awesome. I apologize, I can't see your Twitch name from here. And now I can't, I don't know how to say your Twitch name out loud, so I'm just going to call you Mike.
I think it's Freshman Mike.
Is it Freshman? Just with no vowels.
Ooh.
So Nim is basically getting no dice mods this round, so he's gonna have a hard time pushing ions through on anyone with that jam on him. Seeing as the way ions work now is you use one hit after all dice are rolled, one of the hits that goes through does damage, and then every hit after that applies ion tokens. So for Nim to get more than one through here is going to be kind of hard pressed. Looks like we got a 2 hard out of Nim, so looking to kind of run away and just leave bombs behind him. I suspect the action here is going to be to move his turret arc, but it looks like we're debating on that, so we'll see what comes out of it. I'm hearing a barrel roll for Nim here, looking to get out of the line of fire. Not a bad choice at all. And more giant tokens. I love these giant tokens on stream. These are fantastic. And there we have the red barrel roll out of the Scourge.
Look at how precise he's being. We appreciate that here.
Yeah, so the new medium bases barrel roll a little bit funky. I won't get into the specifics of exactly how that works, because that doesn't make for an exciting explanation on stream. but those never quite end up where you think they're gonna, because I could have sworn before that started that he wouldn't have cleared that rock. And here we are.
Yeah, Sam always never ceases to surprise. He's a very good pilot, and as you can see here, it almost looks like he was expecting Brack to come in from that side over there.
Yeah,
So-
for sure. It looks like we've got Vader damage coming out of Vermeil here onto the tugboat, so spending Vader's force charge to just do a damage or take away a green token, which clearly the tugboat doesn't have any. So that's going to be kind of the bane of this tugboat, is it doesn't really like to be tokened up because it likes to use its action to tractor people, so Vader is going to be getting free damage every turn he can on that ship. On the flip side, Vader is never ever going to be able to damage Paylob, and I think that's funny.
I mean, funny for you, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I fly a lot of Paylob, so...
Okay.
The proton bomb is being kept from detonating here. Here we have Jonas throwing in some barrage rockets onto Nim, and with the... I believe that shot is obstructed by the bomb itself, which with Nim's kind of combined abilities from 1.0 allows him to roll some extra green dice. I believe on top of the extra die he's already getting from the debris, but I may be wrong on that.
Looks like he's spending the focus to make that 2 hits and 1 crit.
And changing one to a crit here, I need to double check exactly where that's... Oh, BT1. We missed the gunner on the bomber there.
That's right.
Changing one of those into a crit. And we do have 1 extra green being rolled because it's obstructed by both the debris and the bomb. So 2 evades. That's pretty good for a 1 agility
bad.
ship, I'd say. So there's a shield off of Nim. And we'll see where these response shots go, but my suspicion is that Reaper is definitely the first target. Are Asa and Adam playing? No, Adam actually couldn't make it here today, and Asa is running the stream in his place. So Fergie and I are the new Asa and Adam. Expect this in coming episodes of Back to Dials. Asa and Adam are out, Ben and Fergie are in. Here we've got Sabak shooting into Nim as well, obstructed at range 3. So more 3 dice of 8s from Nim. See if those dice keep rolling in Sam's favor, but if my green dice are anything to go by, it'll be all blanks. And spending the focus for 4 hits. That's a rough shot.
Oh, looks like 2 of 8s and... Yep, just 2 of 8s.
2 more of 8s on a 1 agility ship.
What is this nonsense?
Yeah, so of course we had the 5 dice shot from Pure Sabak there. As long as Pure Sabak has 1 or less damage cards on him, he rolls an extra red die, and that was obstructed, so trick shot as well. Which, for those of you math nerds, 1 red die is always better than 1 green die, so when you can shoot obstructed for trick shot, that's always a good choice. Here we've got Vermeil shooting range 2 into the tugboat. Probably looking to take that thing just completely out of play as fast as he can. The best way to deal with a tugboat is to never let it tug. There are no green tokens on that tugboat, so changing a focus to a hit.
Oh.
And, oh my god.
The tugboat took no damage because Sam's dice.
I'm angry for Brack on that one.
Seriously, Sam's dice just pulled out 3 of 8s out of nowhere.
On top of
tugboat.
2 of 8s on a 1 agility ship twice.
Oh my god, Sam's dice.
This just in, Sam Shepic. Does he weight his dice? Find out on BuzzFeed. Here we've got the range 3 from Paylob into Vermeil. Looks like we've got 1 of 8 from Vermeil here, so losing a shield. No shots from the tugboat, seeing as it is cloaked, and no shots from the pirate, seeing as he's over there.
He's over there.
So it looks like we're moving into the next planning phase here. Where do you think all these ships are trying to go, Fergie?
Oh, geez. Well, I definitely think he's targeting Vermeil. Or by he, I mean Sam. Oh, wait, are they not? What are they rolling for now? Oh, he's debating whether to decloak or not.
Oh, right, because with the illicit cloaking device, I believe if you roll a focus... So at the end of the round, you roll a red die, and I believe it works the same as 1.0, roughly. If you roll a focus result, you are forced to either immediately discloak or discard your cloak token. That hat is so good.
It's so incredible. Look at that.
Tell Brack I want his hat, and he should probably, grow eyes in the back of his head.
Exactly.
Tell him Liam should probably stand behind him most of the day so I don't steal that hat.
Yes, he's going to need a bodyguard for sure.
So we do, I'm being told that our first giveaway here is going to be for a Back to Dials Boba Fett alternate art card. So we will, we'll have that coming up in a little bit here. We'll be doing some Star Wars trivia for that, so in the next few minutes, if you want to go watch all, what are there now, 10 movies? Go watch all 10 movies and both series and read some comic books. That way you're really just up to date in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, so it seems to me that Nim is going to be trying to more or less flee from the fight here and just leave bombs behind him. Probably a seismic coming out from the back there onto that rock to kind of halt the pursuit. But I don't know, because he also has a lot of his own ships moving into range of that area pretty soon here, so we'll see exactly what comes out of that. Got a few dials down. So thanks again to everybody who donated to the Extra Life charity for Mandalorian Mayhem last night. Again, we raised roughly $2,000 for the Children's Hospital locally here.
I think over $2,000 actually.
Over $2,000.
It was really impressive. The
really
amount
amazing.
of support that everyone received last night, and the chat was just on fire as well.
Oh yeah, chat was really good, especially one particular commenter who was me standing behind Sam and harassing him the whole time. It was fun. It was a good time. I was only there for a little bit, but that event was really fun. To anybody who was, even if you didn't donate, to anybody who was there watching, thank you, because that was just an absolute blast. And thank you to Sam Shepic, by the way, for commentating that. He did a really good job, I assume, from what I saw. I don't know, maybe for the 10 minutes I wasn't there, it was awful, but something tells me he did a good job. We've got some the Walker Classic 4 straight templates given out to the players here, being shown on camera with the new 2.0 line down the middle. But those are made by John Conley, the organizer of this whole event. So thanks again to John Conley for everything he's done for this. I know he's really worked his butt off for this event, and just done an amazing job with it. Looks like we've got all dials down, and we're debating on some system phase shenanigans here. Sam just has too many bombs to decide
apparently
on.
He can't decide what to drop right now, but it looks like he's finally chosen one. Let's see.
Looks like we've got a proton coming out.
Oh.
That's a real danger zone over there. And I expect any minute to hear Asa screeching danger zone into my ears. But there it is.
But can he sing it, though?
Yeah, actually, Asa should activate his mic for the stream and just sing us a rendition of Danger Zone. Asa should plug his mic into the soundboard, and wait, none of you can hear that, so you only hear my half of this argument. We've got the tugboat coming in hot, and probably looking to tug Sabak here. Popping an afterburner charge for the boost, and it looks like going after Jonas. Not a bad choice at all. So I imagine a barrel roll left here, so that he's forced to go through that debris and fly into those protons. That bomber is in for some hurt. That spinning TIE fighter. I want one. I want one so bad. Yep, so here is the barrel roll for Jonas. Probably going to land him on that debris and force him to fly through it again when he performs his maneuver.
That's really rough right there.
Slight rock nudge there, but yeah, he definitely lands on it. Something tells me Brack didn't quite see that coming. Those afterburner tugboats can really just come out of nowhere. It's hilarious, if we're being honest. No damage from the debris. No surprise there. About an exactly 1 in 8 chance on damage there. So when it does happen, it's only at the Haunted Game Cafe Store Championship when your ghost is at 1 hull and you win if you don't take damage and then you die. Here we got a 1 straight coming in from Paylob, looking to catch one of these ships coming in and steal green tokens off of them, as Paylobs like to do. And measuring for a target lock here, looks like it's going to go into Vermeil, if I'm not mistaken. Because, of course, now you are allowed to measure range to everything for your target lock, and then choose your target, which is really powerful. And up next, we got some of Brack's ships moving in, so he's got some decisions to make here. Luckily, he's pretty versatile with the ailerons on both the Reaper and the Striker, but that bomber and that TIE fighter might be in trouble. Here we got the adaptive 1 bank over the debris cloud from Vermeil. So I imagine probably a blue maneuver. He probably expected that, so probably a blue maneuver to deal with that stress. No damage from the debris. The debris is just not rolling well this game. It should be ashamed of itself. And a 1 bank, which I don't actually remember if those are blue on the Reaper or not.
They are blue, yes.
They are, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I always find out the hard way when a ship does not have blue 1 banks, and it's immediately at the time that I need a blue 1 bank. So just to reiterate, coming up pretty soon here, we're going to do a giveaway for one of the Back to Dials Boba Fett alt art cards. I'll see if we can't get one of those on camera to kind of show off before we do the giveaway, but we'll be doing some trivia for that. We'll set that up during the next planning phase, and we'll also get one of those cards on camera for everyone to see. Alright. We got the jam on Nim once again, looking to lock him down. Although, Nim is much more evasive than you expect him to be. Not quite as bad as the Scum Nim was in 2.0, or 1.0, whatever the last version was, where he just got a free evade result from defending through bombs, but still pretty powerful. We got the Striker coming in with the double 1 straight. We also do have a floating target lock out there, but that is Palob's target lock on Vermeil. If we could get a reminder to the players to shift that over so there's no mistake in what ship that's on. And there it is.
Yeah, I'm actually a little scared for Vermeil right here. This is not a very good spot for him.
No, not at all. But Nim looks like he might be in for some hurt as well. So, tit for tat or something. Yeah, this does heavily depend on where Nim decides to go, but some people are going to be taking some proton bombs here for sure. Here we got a straight maneuver coming in from the TIE Fighter with an evade. Looking to enable that juke and hopefully get some shots on Nim with that. We got a 3 bank, it looks like, coming in from Jonas. So unfortunately, that didn't put Brack where he expected to be. He's now double stressed in range of both proton bombs and in front of a rock for the next round. He's gonna be taking some hurt for sure. And here we have Nim's maneuver moving in. Looks like a too hard from Nim. So keeping that stress on and just getting into position for future bombs. I can't get over how much trouble that TIE Bomber appears to be in now. I'm being made fun of for my choice of words, appears to be in. Yes, appears to be in some trouble. You never know. Both bombs detonating, of course. So we've got, from the first bomb, damage on Vermeil, Sabak, and Jonas here.
Wow.
That was a very, very well-placed bomb.
As an Imperial player myself, I'm hurting for Brack right now.
As a Scum and Rebel player, I'm not. Yeah, so we got a crit to the hull on Jonas there, which appeared to be a damaged sensor array, which he's pretty stressed anyway. He won't be getting actions for a while, as it is. But also a weapons failure, which bombers are already kind of hurting for their guns. So the weapons failure on top of that has basically just turned those barrage rockets into a primary weapon. And we have the range 2 ion cannon coming in from Nim. If Jonas survives the round, I will be truly amazed. We did miss the Vader trigger on Vermeil, unfortunately, but it's not all bad. He is able, at least, to use that force for an attack or defense. The important note here is that he is missing the 000. We are retroactively, Brack's opponent is graciously allowing a retroactive Vader trigger here, which is nice. Unfortunately, Brack is also missing his 000 triggers, which could make Vermeil have a lot more impact, either dishing out stress or giving himself calculates. Apologies. But Vader alone is enough to do some work.
Okay, so it looks like Nim lost the shield from that.
Yeah, he's really gunning for Nim here, which in the long run could possibly hurt him because Nim is oh, my phone's making noise. I should silence that. Nim's really good at running away. You do not want to chase after a Nim. We also have the retroactive 000 trigger. Sam is a much more gracious player than I. That's not true. I would also allow that. Maybe. Unless my opponent's Asa. Then I won't allow it. So we've got stress going onto the binary pirate here from 000, not allowing Vermeil to take that calculate. We got no range for Gideon Hask here just yet, so it looks like there will be some shots at least coming in from everybody else. Here comes the range 2 shot from Pure Sabak into Palob here. Probably hoping to at least burn some of those focus tokens off of him.
Let's see. Looks like we have 3 hits.
3 hits and a focus. It does also appear that Palob forgot to strip some tokens from people, which could kind of change things. We got 1 evade from Palob, so that'll be 2 shields off. That's actually a pretty good shot onto Palob Gadali. That damage is hard to push through on him, especially when he's tokened up like this. Well, especially only when he's tokened up like this.
Let's see, where's the next shot coming from?
Jonas is the Biggs of the Empire. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, I'll take that moment to plug Liam Lee's article, The Biggs Effect, which we can see from Jonas here pretty big time. We got 1 hit coming in from, 2 hits coming in from Vermeil using his ability to change 1, and no evades from Nim. So Nim is now at half points. Every ship gives half points at half damage. So Brack is currently ahead, actually. We'll keep careful scoreboard track. That's not true. Asa will.
Asa will.
Looks like we got some We got some decisions to make for Jonas here. I believe his options are range 2 obstructed onto the Z95 or range 2 unobstructed into Palob. Either way, he will be rolling only 2 dice for that. Really hurting. Oh, and he's limited to his primary weapon, so 1 die.
Oh, wow.
Jonas is now a 1.0 Hawk. And 1 crit.
Wow. Well, you know.
And Palob is forced to spend 1 of his focus tokens.
Oh, no.
That's probably the best outcome Brack could have hoped for on that.
A 1 crit on a 1 die?
Oh, yeah. Or
you don't say.
Really just burning, well, burning focuses off of Paylob was what I was going for. But nah, you can make fun of me. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm fine.
We're all fine.
We're all fine here. Let's see what's going on now.
We've got a lot of dice being rolled, so someone's attacking someone. We got the range 1 from Paylob into Vermeil with that new 3 forward arc primary that the Moldy Crow gets.
Ouch. So that's 4 hits after spending his focus.
And nothing from Vermeil.
From Vermeil. Ow. No.
That hurts a lot. That puts Vermeil down to only 2 hull. It looks like if Vermeil and Nim both survive the next round, I'll be pretty surprised. Jonas has already made it further than I expected him to. Here's another range 1 shot into Vermeil from the Binary Pirate for a hit and 2 crits.
And
that is 1 dead Reaper.
Wow.
I'd still say that was pretty good positioning on Brack's part with the Reaper itself. However, between the disruption of having the bomber basically put out of position by the tugboat and not being able to get range with the TIE fighter, just that hurt a lot.
You know, just for fun, Ben, I'm going to disagree with you.
All right.
And say
fine.
that, I think Brack, got himself into the kill box. Just take a look at that. Sam set it up pretty well, and Brack fell for it and put Vermeil in a bad spot, unfortunately. I mean, we've all been there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not judging at all.
The unfortunately for the TIE Reaper, it thrives best in the kill box where it can disrupt, but it needs the rest of its ships there to support, and it just didn't have that.
Right.
So we are in the next planning phase, so I think we will start our giveaway if we could get a good view of that Boba Fett card on camera. And we do have our trivia question out, if Fergie wants to read that off for us.
Of course. So for trivia today, let's see if we can answer this, guys. What was Nim's race?
So the first person in the Twitch chat to post that will get this prize, and we will be sure afterward to get in contact with you for information to get it sent over.
Once again, in case you missed it, the question is, what was Nim's race?
And I see some stuff in the chat. I don't see the answer yet. As fast as your fingers can Google. I am being told that Chug H2O has it. On my screen, I see someone else coming in first, so we will, that prize will be going to Freshman Mike, coming in first. The correct answer, of course, is Fionin. I say, of course, I didn't know that until Asa just told me. Fiorin. Yep.
You uncultured swine.
See, this is my own stuff against me.
But yeah, congratulations, Freshman Mike.
So, Freshman Mike, if you could go ahead and if you want to get in contact with us first, you can contact us on Facebook or at feedback@backtodials.com with your contact info and however you want that your mailing address to get that sent over, and we'll be sure to get that out to you. So thank you, and we will have more of these giveaways coming up. So we got a lot of good stuff. So we'll be doing these all day. Looks like we are still in the planning phase. A lot of important decisions to be made here. Not many decisions for Jonas, except for which direction is he going to fly through the rock. But decisions for everyone else. What do you see? What do you see coming out of these ships in the coming round, Fergie?
Oh, well, let's see. I feel like Nim over here might be just, turning back around to get back into the action. or actually potentially moving over to our left side of the board so that he can drop some more bombs towards Brack's ships that are incoming.
Could definitely see that.
Knowing Sam, that's probably what he's going to go for because he's a sneaky, sly little bastard. But, you know, we're friends, so I can say stuff like that. I hear that I'm quite savage.
I'm going to tell
okay.
Sam you said that.
Hey, it's okay.
Texting him right now.
He'll understand. I call him Sam Shepic, the Epic, and he loves it, so we're good.
So it lets you also call him horrible names.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of, probably from the tugboat here, some of those sneaky little reverse maneuvers to kind of stay in the way of that TIE fighter. I believe it has reverse 1 banks as well as a new reverse 2 straight, replacing the 1 straight that it used to have. So it can stay in the way for longer than you expect it to. Alternatively, he could just go for a Signer's loop to kind of come back into the action and start tractoring from behind. I could not find a less suggestive way to say that. I apologize.
You did that on purpose.
I plead the fifth. We got, it looks like dials set, so we will be moving into... Oh, we still got one waiting on the striker here. But we will be moving into the system phase pretty soon. I actually don't know if we should expect any bombs out of Nim here. I don't know if it's advantageous to put one behind him and hold it for disruption, or to kind of hope that the Imperial ships just funnel through that area so that he can drop them behind him as he runs. But that'll be an interesting decision to make. And as one dial goes down, others get picked up, as is the way with X-Wing.
Brack to dials, everyone. Brack to dials. It's a thing, Ben.
Brack,
it's
I'll
a
never
thing.
Forgive you for this.
I think you'll love it, actually.
Oh no, he's the one who said it. I said I will never forgive him.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, Sam is saying that he cannot back up. Ah, yes. So I guess the question was, can you tractor while stressed? And the answer is no, in case anybody was curious.
Because you cannot, the tractoring is an action, which obviously when you're stressed you can't do. I do miss the old pattern analyzer tugboats that could reverse and then tractor, because that was fun. But I understand why things like that had to go. We got a slow-moving 1 straight from the Z95 here, looking to just keep its guns on target.
We have a request coming in from Freshman Mike. I don't know if we can do that. Ben, are you willing to go for it?
I most certainly cannot. I'm sure Fergie will do it, though.
Eventually.
Got it too hard coming in from the tugboat, unfortunately just barely landing it on that debris and taking a crit. Damaged engine, which is... all hard maneuvers are considered red, which is not what that tugboat wants to see.
Oof.
Excuse me. Paylog moving in semi-fast with a 3 straight. Looking to really get some disruption here. He is out of tokens, which is unusual for a Hawk, but... So coming in with a violent focus that knocked him off course.
Violent focus.
The only focus.
The only way to focus.
And I actually just realized this, but all of Brack's ships are Initiative 4. So he can just kind of decide whatever order he chooses to move in, which is a really nice thing for mobile lists like his. So we've got a straight maneuver from the adaptive ailerons here, a bank maneuver from the adaptive ailerons here, driving him into that debris for a stress, hopefully no damage, and we'll see what the maneuver does to compensate. Paul has come into the room to steal keys. Paul is a key thief. Everyone, you heard it here first. Arrest this man. 2 straight from pure Sabak. Lucky for him, he did not take any damage there, because Sabak does not want damage. I mean, nobody wants damage cards, but Sabak in particular does not want damage cards. I had to take a moment to read the chat because Fergie has added some hype in for everybody.
As you can all read on there.
No Mandalorian. It's no Mandalorian Mayhem. There's nothing like Mandalorian Mayhem. It's that is the most hectic, entertaining game mode I've ever seen, and I hope to see more people playing it in the future because it's an absolute blast.
It was really fun to watch.
And I'll take yet another opportunity to just thank everyone who watched and donated to that. Really amazing turnout, amazing event, amazing charity. So good all around amazing. I'd listen to that band.
Everything's amazing.
Everything's amazing. Isn't that the song from, what's the song from the Lego Movie? How much of that am I allowed to sing before we get copyright stricken? Everything is awesome. That's right. I'm gonna take credit for remembering that, even though Asa will try to tell you he whispered it into my ear.
Sweet whispers, by the way.
Sweet
nothings.
Sweet nothings.
As Asa likes to do.
Here we have a 2-bank from Jonas, of course, through the rock, trying to get rid of that stress before he dies, basically, so that he can use his actions to start taking some of these crits off, taking bets on whether he survives long enough to do it.
I will not be taking that bet.
I'll bet on it. Hey, I think he'll make it. I think he can do it. He's still got... All things considered, Jonas came out of that pretty on top. He's still got 5 hull. 5 hull? Wait, do bombers have more hull than I've... Oh, he has a hull upgrade. Right. Yeah, so he still came out of that with 5 hull. He can survive. He can get off some more missile shots here.
Let's hope so.
Here we got a straight maneuver from Nim, and I imagine... either a barrel roll to get into position for next round or a maneuver of the turret arc. Oh, he's using Genius to pop off a seismic charge out the back here. That's basically halting any pursuit that might come after him. Definitely a good move.
We're just taking a moment here to read the chat real quick.
Yep, so here's the Genius text for anyone who isn't aware. After you fully execute a maneuver, if you have not dropped or launched a device this round, you may drop 1 bomb. Important distinction there that ended up requiring clarification in first edition is that you have to drop this bomb. You are not allowed to launch it, because Genius launching Nim was a nightmare. Welcome to the Back to Dials Complaining About 1.0 podcast.
Your main host, Ben. And only Ben.
Nim attempting a target lock here. Looks like he has acquired one onto Sabak. Which I might require some clarification on this, but I believe a striker is not allowed to use its ailerons when it is ioned. So if Nim can get an ion turret shot off on him in the future, that will really hurt. Nim using his ability to prevent that seismic from detonating, of course. Yeah, so here's the text on adaptive ailerons before you reveal your dial, which means that if Pure Sabak gets ioned, he's basically crippled. I heard an OGs from the room after I saw those dice roll, so it can't be good. And it looks like some I hear lots of crits went through.
For Sam.
Oof.
Wounded pilot and fuel leak.
Wounded
Ouch.
pilot and fuel leak. And these are onto Paylob from Gideon, I believe. So, yeah, not not in a great spot, but luckily for Palov, that is the only shot he'll be taking this round. But hey, of all the crits to get when you're already at 1 hull, Fuel Leak is probably the best one. See more dice rolls coming in. Looks like Palov attacking back. Range 1 into Gideon Hask. I see 3 hits and a crit. That's a pretty brutal shot. See if the TIE Fighter can pull it out. Only 1 evade from Gideon Hask, and with 1 glorious shot, a Hawk killed something, everyone. 2.0 is so good.
Please nerf.
And a structural damage crit. Not that that matters. I mean, if a ship explodes, you imagine it's got some structural damage. Oh, so we have a question from chat here. Can anyone elaborate on advanced proton torpedoes? I just started using it, and is there a dice bonus, or is it just... I apologize, I'm going to have to lean in to read this. Is there a dice bonus, or is it just a hit to a crit on the dice rolled? Advanced proton torpedoes. So, advanced proton torpedoes reads, spend 1 charge, change 1 hit result to a crit result. 2 separate statements. Yeah, so it is the dice that you, on the dice rolled, one of your hit results becomes a crit. Same as regular proton torpedoes, I believe. We got 1 hit from, apologies.
So, Jonas just took 1 hit from
the Z95.
Yes.
Okay. What we were originally told from the room is that Pure Sabak took 1 hit from Jonas, which would be weird, to say the least. But yeah, so advanced proton torpedoes, you do not get an extra crit result, you just change a hit into a crit. One of the hits that you roll originally. And that can also be done after you spend focus tokens. So if you roll all focus results, you spend your focus, change them all to hits, and then change one of those hits into a crit. Fun fact: advanced proton torpedoes also works with Fenrau Scum, Fenrau's ability, for a 6 dice range 1 attack, and that is
fun for who?
Fun for Adam.
For Adam,
he flies it all the time. And
oh my gosh, Adam Wood.
Awful.
By the way, that's Adam Katnick that we miss here today.
Yep. Yeah. Sad he couldn't make it out, but happy that Fergie's on stream. So I think it balances out.
This is true. I am the new Adam.
It doesn't balance out. Come save me. She can't hear me. I'm whispering. So right now, Sam is pretty ahead in this game. I'm curious to know from you, Fergie. What ways do you see that Brack might be able to pull this out?
Ooh, let's see. Well, he's in a pretty rough spot right now. He's lost 2 ships now. Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely lost
his TIE
2
Fighter
ships.
and his Reaper.
Yeah, I mean, and with Nim still flying around, just dropping bombs everywhere, he's going to be pretty limited at this point.
Yeah, at 15 minutes here, I don't know necessarily that there is a way that Brack can make a comeback, but
we were just told that it's actually a comeback. Excuse us.
I can't do it, you guys.
That's what I'm here for. You want puns? I'm here for you.
But even if he can't pull out the win here, I do see a few ways in which he could pull out points. He does already have half points on Nim, and he's pretty close to half points on that Jakku Gunrunner, which is tokenless and stressed at the bottom of the board there. So there are ways he could get something here. I see the Z95 is doing a 3 hard turn, of course using the age-old trick of going along the side, made even better by the lines in 2.0 now. And then, yeah, I think if he could turn Sabak into the left here and push some damage through on that Gunrunner, he can at least pull points out of this. Oh, he does also have half points on Palov. he could get full points there. That's only 1 damage left to push through. We've got a target lock onto Jonas from the Z95, which Jonas being stressed still? Maybe not? Yes, still stressed. So he is gonna have to move forward, and if he doesn't bump into the Z95, he's pretty much in position to get killed. Or most likely get killed, depending on the dice rolls. Slow maneuver from Palob here. Probably looking to build up his focus bank again. Flipping Wounded Pilot, which is, I don't remember what Wounded Pilot does. Okay, so Wounded Pilot, after you take an action, you roll a die, a red die, and on a hit you take stress, so a good move to get rid of that for sure. A 1-bank aileron maneuver coming in from Pure Sabak, and then I imagine a hard maneuver to the left to try and take down that tugboat and avoid that seismic charge at the same time. Yep, and there's the 1 hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the right call from Brack. At this point, I would say he'd probably have to go after Palob and then try to run away.
Yeah, his best move in general might be a barrel roll to the left here.
Yes.
It looks like he still might be in range of one of those debris clouds. He did take a focus. We'll see how that works out. I do think that Sabak is still in range 1 of one of those debris clouds for the seismic to do damage. A barrel roll left would have pulled him out of that range, as well as giving him a shot on Palob there. A 5 dice shot on Palob, so probably enough to kill him. But maybe Brack knows something I don't. He's on stream and
look at that
he's
TIE fighter.
got a spinning TIE fighter, and that's all the convincing I need. Oh, he's using it to denote barrel rolls. That's
his barrel roll.
I'm dumb. But he does have damage sensor array on Jonas, so the only actions he can take are damage card actions or focus actions. And focus is definitely the right call for the position he's in right now. Sam Shepic trying to cheat live on stream and give focus tokens to random ships. Sam, I'm disappointed in you. From Nim here, it looks like we've got a 2-3 hard maneuver, a Talon roll. Yeah, there we go. We got a 3 Talon roll coming in from Nim. Looks like he is going as far back as is allowed on medium bases. And stress. I see you trying to reach for the wrong tokens there, Sam. Watching you like a hawk now.
Giving him another focus, maybe? We're watching him.
And I believe we are now moving into combat. The seismic charge is being allowed to explode and destroy a debris cloud, which is in range 1 of Pure Sabak. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. That is definitely where that barrel roll would have helped him. Sabak's ability is not yet turned off, because if he has 1 or fewer damage cards, he still gets his extra red die. So that is his first damage card, so hopefully he can get a shot off before he takes another damage card. And Nim is out of range here, so first shots will be coming in from Brack's ships. Or ship. And I just had somebody say the words Pure Sabrak into my ears, and I think I quit. I think that's the best. I'm not allowed to quit.
He's not allowed to quit, guys.
Back to dials is slave labor, everybody.
It's not slave labor if you love it, Ben. Just saying.
Yeah. Looks like we have 2 hits onto the tugboat and all the evade results. Oh, there is still a crit in there. A direct hit onto the tugboat. So 1 hull left on that tugboat.
But
So
he survives.
there's yet another half-health ship for Brack. Even if he can't pull out the win here, he's actually getting a fair amount of points out of this. Here's the range 1 from the Z95 into Jonas. And Sam, unable to use his cheating focus, will be re-rolling those 2 focus results with his target lock.
I mean,
For 3 hits.
who needs a cheating focus when you have
When you have
Sam's
Sam's dice.
Exactly.
Looks like 2 hits going through onto Jonas. Still kicking. He will not go silently in the night.
We have a new nickname for Brack. Thank you,
Freshman-
Freshman Mike, for Admiral Brackbar.
It's a
I
Brack.
love it. It's a Brack. Oh my god.
Thank you, Freshman Mike.
Thank you.
That is the first pun that I have not been angry at so far in this round.
Yeah, he actually laughed. You know? Thank you.
Here we've got 2 hits from the Jakku Gunrunner into pure Sabak. Hopefully for Sabak he can pull out 2 evades. But the way these dice have been rolling,
Ooh,
I see a lot of paint.
Natties.
Natties.
Go
The dreaded
Admiral
word.
Brackbar. Woohoo.
The dreaded term for all Scum and Rebel players. Natty evades.
Hey, as an Imperial, I'm happy for him.
As a Rebel player, the reason I play Rebels is I don't believe my green dice work. I think it's all an illusion that there's any paint on them at all. So I just don't use them.
But on rare occasions like these, it feels good. Feels good, man.
Because all you Imperial players, you got those fancy weighted dice that only come when you've played Imperial for long enough. FFG sends you the real dice.
Hey, quit giving away our secrets, okay? That's for Imperial knowledge only.
And looks like we are Brack to Dials.
Thank you. Brack to Dials we are.
I give up. That pun's gonna be going the rest of the day, even when he's not on stream anymore.
I love it. Oh, and look at that.
The
They've
name
even
has
changed
just
the name. He is now Admiral Brackbar on our screen.
Well, now we need a nickname for Sam. I can't think of any, but
I can think of a couple of things we can put up on, but we can't put him up on screen. Actually,
some less than family-friendly nicknames.
Exactly. So let's not go there. And we were just reading the chat right now. Versul, he has an idea. Ben, what is it? Can you enlighten us?
I suppose I can. So the request coming in. So at the end of the round, will you tell us after the break we'll be right Brack? Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes.
Because I know if I say no, I'll still be told I have to do it. I have no agency.
It's true. He can't say no to those sweet nothings from Asa.
It's true. Asa just, he has my heart. God, I just said that live on the air. All right. Asa just told me that his heart belongs to Howl, and
Ouch.
now I am devastated.
Denied.
I've just been denied live on stream by Asa Graf.
And Asa's laughing about it. It's great.
I'm out of stuff to say solely because of I can't compete with this level of pun.
It's okay. You're just at a loss for words. We've all
I'm at a
been there,
loss for
buddy.
puns is really what it is. I'm being told that the Sarl Brack Pit did not go over quite as well as Admiral Brackbar.
Man, now I wish I had a fancy name like that I could just, fit
I know.
into everything.
Instead of I just have generic white guy name. Do you know how many words rhyme with my name that I hear people shout and I go, what? Oh, never mind. Like every word rhymes with Ben. Someone says then on the other side of the room. What? What are you saying to me?
It's okay, Ben. We need basic people on Earth, too.
Thank you? Seismic charge trajectory simulator from Nim here in the system phase.
Shepic the Epic.
Hopefully not blowing up his own tugboat. That would be unfortunate. Or would it? These puns have to be a violation of Twitch terms of service. If you can find the clause in the Twitch terms of service that says no puns, I will pay you physical money to end my suffering.
He is that confident, ladies and gents. Or maybe he just has deep pockets. I would not know.
I just need the puns to end, and if someone can make it happen, I'll pay him.
Okay, so these guys have less than 5 minutes left here. Looks like, let's see if we can get another ship to blow up.
Here we have a 3 straight coming in from the tugboat with lots of bomb and template holding. And here comes the interesting choice. Does he tractor tug Sabak, or does he get out of the way of his own bomb? And it looks like the tractor tug is coming in. We'll see if Sam decides to move Sabak here. Looks like a heavy internal debate as to where he might be able to move.
Yeah, we said Pierce the Brack.
Yes, Asa has just asked if we've already, if he's already said pure Sabrak. Yeah, that's already a thing. No need to, no need to keep going with the Brack puns. If anybody can top Admiral Brackbar, if you really think you can, then I implore you.
Yes, then please let us know on the chat.
So we did. Sam did go with a pilot left barrel roll for Sabrak here. So we'll see if Brack planned ahead for that and where he decides to move. Paylob is going to focus and link that to a arc rotate out the back, it looks like. Hoping to get some shots onto Sabak here. Sabrak, I apologize. Out the Brack, I'm being told. I quit. Excuse me for a moment.
Out the Brack it is.
Puns have made me sick. Now I'm coughing.
Oh, man.
Paylob still kicking. Hopefully for Brack, he can get one of these one-hull ships to finally explode here. This will be an interesting choice for Sam, depending on where Sabak ends up, as to whether or not he blows up that seismic to detriment of his own tugboat. Or, yeah, either if wherever Sabak ends up, any of those rocks that Sam chooses to blow up will kill one of his own ships. That top rock might even kill both of them, so something tells me that seismic will not be going off this round.
So we have a question on the chat from Turt Hats. Will that Renair pilot get a shot in this round?
I doubt it. We've got a left aileron from Sabak here, hitting the rock, and unfortunately setting him up to hit the rock again. No damage. Hopefully he does not hit that rock again and turn off, or hopefully he once again does not take damage and turn off his ability. We got a 3 straight, probably a bump into Paylob here. And, yep, 3 straight bumps, so definitely no shots from Sabak. The binary pirate has no range for shots, and still no damage from that rock. Chubraka, that's a pretty good one, actually. That's a competitor for Admiral Brackbar.
Thank you, Sir George, for that.
Thank you for just
for making Ben's day over here.
Yeah. Who started the Brack puns? Because I've got a bone to pick with you. We got a 1 straight with a focus from Nim. I totally missed Captain Jonas's death, so I apologize for that. Bomb is not going off, and we've got a range 3 shot, maybe 2. Getting a range measurement here. Looks like range 3. Shot from Nim into Sabrak here. You've got me doing it without even thinking. I can't. I'm not sure if this is a ion cannon shot or a primary shot. Either way, there are 3 hits.
He focused for 3 hits.
I see 1 evade.
And there's 1 evade on the table.
So this is either 2 damage or a damage and an ion. I'm not sure what the weapon was here. 2 damage. So this is a primary shot. So Sabac's ability is now turned off, and he is at 1 hull.
And just in from Chill013, let's go Brack in time and find out who started these puns.
Chris, Chris, I'm glad you're here in the
Chill,
chat.
Chill013.
Yeah, that's my buddy Chris.
Ah.
I'm glad you're here in the chat, but also, man.
Oh, man.
Why'd you do it? So we are at time. It looks like this is the end. I don't think we got into the next round. So we are doing 1 more round. So maybe Sabac will get a kill, or maybe he'll explode, or both. Probably both. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, at this point, I think Admiral Brackbar is just going for points here, because even if he does end up killing Paylob, that will not give him enough points to take the match, will him?
No, it won't.
Exactly.
But he will at least pull out some damage here. Our ships can't repel puns of that magnitude. Can you hear the defeat in my voice at this point?
I love it.
I'm out of retorts. You've silenced me. Chat has silenced me on my pun hate. Asa is telling me he started the puns, and I refuse to give him credit for that. Even if he did, I refuse to acknowledge it. So, going into this final round here, I definitely think that Brack's best chance for some points is to turn in with Sabac and try to get a kill shot on Paylob. Probably just hard turn to ensure the shot, because any tokens that he decides to take as an action, Paylob's just going to steal and make it harder to kill him. So, and I imagine that for the most part, Sam is looking to run away with the tugboat and Paylob and let the Z95 and Nim get the kill shot. Here we have a 2-bank coming in from the Z95 with a focus. Looking to catch Sabac if he goes straight or to the left here. We got a 3-bank out from the tugboat, just securing his survival with a Afterburners boost. Yeah, just getting him out of the fight, letting him live to see another day. And a cloak.
Because he really needs it at that distance.
Oh, yeah. We have a 3-bank from Paylob, which, to be honest, I don't know if that was the best decision. I probably would have tried to slow roll him in hopes that Sabac would just run into him again. Seeing that would probably be his best chance for survival.
I think Sam might be going for...
Oh, yeah.
to table Brack here.
For sure, yeah. No action from Paylob. He is still stressed. So we do have Sabac moving in, trying to make the aileron decision. Looks like a 1-bank aileron into either a 1-bank or a 1-straight here. Gonna go get some lunch and be back in an hour. Thanks for joining us, and hope to see you when you come back. Hope to see you in the chat. What did you say, Fergie?
And bring us some,
Bring us some.
please.
Yes, bring us some lunch.
We are starving back here.
I'm sure you're faster than the Jimmy John's delivery guy from last year.
This slave flavor just, takes its toll on you.
Kresh still gives me an ace of crap for skipping his interview in favor of eating lunch during that, because our sandwiches showed up halfway through the round.
Yay, spinning TIE fighter.
The barrel rolling TIE fighter. So, something
I hope he's
tells
not actually
me
barrel rolling. Oh.
Sabac. Oh, okay. The intention from this barrel roll is getting out of range 1 of that debris cloud, so that the seismic charge does not finish him off before he can kill Paylob. That was a good catch from Brack. I would have missed that. I would have died on stream, and then I would have cried.
On stream as well.
On stream, yeah. On stream, off stream, the next day, the next year.
Every day, you know.
So we've got a,
What's the difference?
A bank maneuver in from Nim here, and it looks like an arc shift. So looking to get the kill shot onto Sabak before he can kill Paylob. Here's a range 2 shot coming in from Nim, and Sabak does have a shot. So if Nim can't get the kill shot here, then Brack still has a chance for points. For more points, I guess.
Whoa.
I see.
There's paint. We can't see it, but it's there. And of course.
Yep, so that is the kill shot on Paylob? No, because of the focus. Yep.
Yeah.
Paylob survives, and I apologize I missed this, but Nim actually does not have a shot because the ion cannon turret is range 1 to 2, and that was a range 3 out of the primary arc. Outside the primary arc. Looks like Paylob does have a response shot here, or nope, made the decision, no response shot. Admiral Brackbar has survived with 1 ship, so that's the end of round 1. Victor Sam Shepic the Epic, as his name has been changed. So we will be back in roughly 5 to 10 minutes, most likely with interviews. So, I apologize. We are not doing interviews. So we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes with round 2. And we hope to see you then. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.